But is it worth it? Yes, and especially if you are someone who has tried basically everything you can in your regular skincare routine and not seen much of a progression from where you are now. Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I wanted to tell you guys about my skincare investment plan for this year. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください。しちゃいね。So, I officially have less than March, April, May, 3 months left of my 20s. Yes, I'll be hitting the big 3-0, my big 30th birthday this year. And I feel like for most people, 30 is kind of that turning point, a new chapter in your life, whether it's to do with relationships, career, your mental and physical health, and of course, your skin health. For some people, your skin health may be something that is not that significant or important in your life, but if you are here watching this video, then you probably are a skincare fanatic like me. So I thought I would share my kind of investment plan for my skin leading up to my 30s. The first category of products that I want to invest in is beauty devices. When we think skincare investment, I do think beauty devices is something that definitely comes up in a lot of our minds because it truly is an investment of our time, dedication, and of course, money. Beauty devices have definitely made a huge leap in the last couple of years because that technology has become a lot more available and accessible even in our homes. In the past, I honestly didn't really rely on devices, but yet again, here I am turning 30, and I feel like when you turn 30, there is a lot of things you reconsider in life. So probably from about mid last year, I have been trialing a couple of skincare devices myself. So let's talk about LED masks. Out of all of the skincare devices that are available today, I definitely feel like the LED mask is the one that we see the most, and for a good reason. The next portion of the video is sponsored by Currentbody, since I will be talking about their LED light therapy mask in today's video. So many of you guys had actually asked me to review the LED mask on the occasion that appeared on my Instagram, so here I am with my review. I am not going to go in depth on the science behind how the LED light works and everything because I am not a scientist, I'm not a professional, and honestly I kind of suck at explaining scientific things. But for me, 2 videos, the Dr. Lee video and also the video by Abby Young, were really helpful in helping me understand how the LED light works. So I definitely recommend to check out those videos. I'll leave them in my description. So in my own words, the basic principle is that the light emitted from these LED masks actually travel through to the deeper layers of your skin where it stimulates collagen production and cell renewal. This can help things like evening out your skin tone, lightening scars, helping appearance of wrinkles, as well as increasing the firmness of your skin. It is a fact, unfortunately, that our collagen does decrease with age, hence why we try to increase it again through things like food, our skincare supplements, and now even devices. These things are for sure an investment. It is not cheap and it does take time and diligence to see results. But compared to say getting it done at a salon where it costs X amount per session and you do have to keep going back, it is a one-time purchase that essentially will last forever if you do take care of it and do it the right way. I was very lucky and actually received the Currentbody LED mask probably about a year ago now, but me being incredibly ungrateful and lazy, I used it a few times but not consistently. And some of you guys may remember, but last year I had started taking collagen supplements and I did like the results it gave, although after about 6 months and I ran out of my supplements, I was kind of like, the price does add up. So instead I actually started trying out the LED mask, and from my experience I actually felt that the results were very similar. I think I have done fairly well in terms of wrinkles as of yet. I feel like I have just like very slight fine lines around my eyes and then have this like long spanning line across my forehead. Visibly and especially from a distance, I feel like I don't have very heavy set wrinkles as of yet. So in that sense, I can't really speak on the results of the effects the LED has on wrinkles. But the 2 main things I noticed were, 1, my skin had more bounce. My cheeks felt fuller and meatier, and when I kind of pushed on my skin, I felt like I had more bounce back. It was kind of funny because I went to get my nails done recently and I hadn't seen my nailist for about 2 months, and she actually commented, she was like, oh, your skin looks like more bouncy and more lifted compared to last time. And I was like, what have I been using in the last 2 months? This LED mask. And number 2, my scars heal faster. I don't get a lot of kind of big breakouts, but I will get the pimple every now and then, especially during my cycle. And this one does seem to heal it faster. It heals the spot kind of in less than a week for sure, usually around 3 to 4 days, compared to when I wouldn't use the LED mask. So here is a clip of my skin in November last year, so 2 to 3 months ago, when I was actually using the mask pretty consistently before I went away for a month. Here's a clip of my skin after I came back from being away for a month, where I wasn't really using any devices, having a really basic skincare routine and such. And you can tell that my skin, although it's okay, like it's not terrible, it does look a little bit like dull, a little bit lifeless, and definitely a bit more irritated and uneven in its skin tone. Now this is a clip from about a week ago after I've been back for over a month using the mask. The differences are subtle, but they're definitely there, right? So is this life-changing for me? No. But is it worth it? Yes. And especially if you are someone who has tried basically everything you can in your regular skincare routine and not seen much of a progression from where you are now, the LED mask is something that could take you that next level up in your skincare game. The Currentbody LED mask is recommended to be used 3 to 5 times a week for 10 minutes per session. At first, it is definitely hard to do it even 3 times a week, but I realized that the easiest way is to just kind of embed it into your already existing daily routine. And oh my god, the Currentbody mask makes this way easier than other masks I've tried in the past. There was one where I had to stay plugged into the wall and also wear like goggles that left these huge panda rings around my eyes, and just had to like sit there in the dark in silence for 10 minutes and I couldn't do anything. It was not a good time. It was very, very hard to stay consistent. Whereas the Currentbody one, it actually just plugs in to a little USB charged block. So you put it in, turn it on, and there it is. And honestly, I have used this at least 10 times on this charge now, and it's still got 2 out of 3 charges left. So you don't even have to like charge it super frequently. It does last a while. The cord is also long enough to put in my pocket, so it is great. I had another one where the cord wasn't quite long enough, so I had to like try stuff it in my bra or like put it around my neck, and like that also was just like inconvenient. So this one, I can chuck it on and be on my phone or read a book or do chores or whatever. Recently, I've actually started incorporating it into my morning routine, and I've been wearing it while I get my coffee together, which has been literally like such an easy transition to use this. They do want you to wear it on a clean face, so I'll cleanse my face. And recently I have been using their serum because I only recently found out that I can actually use this with the LED mask, and since I have that dehydrated skin, I definitely feel more comfortable with some form of product on my skin. So I pop this on, and then I pop the mask on, and then I just get my coffee together. And honestly, this does turn off usually while I'm still making my coffee, so I just let it finish brewing, take this off, do my skincare routine, and then I have this amazing fresh cup of coffee for me to drink and start my morning. So yeah, that is how I've been incorporating it into my routine, and it has been way easier and just convenient, and I've actually been able to get to a level where I'm using it 5 days a week, and it's not like a pain to do so. I must say the one con of using it in the morning is that it does leave little like dents or little dippets on my nose from where the mask sits here, but usually I don't have to like put on makeup right away or leave the house right away from what I do, so it's not a big bother for me. But it may be something you should consider if you do have to leave really quickly in the morning. It might be better for you to incorporate into your night routine. I do also have a discount code for you guys if you are interested. With TINACB, you can get $45 off the mask, which I believe brings it down to about $330 US, which I know is still expensive. Like, I'm not going to deny that, but let's think about it in terms of investment, because that is what we're talking about today. So let's say we use this almost every day or every other day. So in about a year and a half, the use is going to come down to probably like $1 or less per use, which honestly is like cheaper than most sheet masks out there. All in all, in terms of investment, I definitely do think the LED mask is one of the best beauty devices you can get out there, especially with all of the evidence and kind of research to back it up. So as I said earlier, if you've tried everything but still looking for that extra thing to kind of level up your skincare game, I definitely think this is a great option. Next, I want to talk about my microcurrent devices. Another very curious device that is definitely a hot topic in recent times is the microcurrent device. Microcurrent devices are essentially a workout for your facial muscles. They send electrical currents down to your muscles and basically like works them out to give them a more sculpted and lifted look. This one is the NuFACE Mini, which I recently started using, so I'm not going to go in depth with a review since I haven't used it long enough to know the long-term results. But what I did have to say is that this is the easiest, most kind of comfortable and convenient microcurrent device I have used. I had used a different microcurrent device in the past, which I'm not going to specifically talk about it today, but that one was like 10 minutes every single day, and also the device made my face twitch as I was using it, which a lot of people might be like, oh yeah, that's cool, that means it's working, but it just was not a comfortable experience. Whereas this one, it is compact, it is comfortable, it is quick, it is only a 5-minute session per day, and it also does not make my whole face twitch as it sends those microcurrent signals. So this one has been way easier to use. I am still having a little bit of trouble of how to make the gel work to my advantage. I just feel like sometimes it does leave my skin feeling sticky, and I haven't quite figured out where to place it in my routine as of yet, but I am watching more and more videos and kind of reviews of others to see how I can make it work best for me. I just haven't used it consistently for long enough yet, but if you guys want to see it, I will definitely use it like on a very consistent basis and see if it does kind of sculpt and lift my skin. And the last device I want to talk about is needle-free microneedling. You may have heard of microneedling, where they basically take little tiny needles onto the surface of your skin and kind of stimulate your skin's natural healing process. This can lead to smoother skin texture, like the appearance of your pores, as well as help better absorption of your skincare products. To be honest, doing this at home kind of scared me because you can't really tell or know if you are causing micro tears in the surface of your skin by using like those at-home needles. So when I saw that there was a needle-free way of doing this, I was definitely intrigued. This one is actually the Medicube, what is it called? HR80S Air Shot. Basically, it uses electricity to mimic the effect of what actual physical needles would do with this device. Someone who has actually been obsessed with using this one is my partner, Logan, and he's actually someone who has personally done microneedling himself in the past, because he did used to have severe acne and still does have a lot of texture on his skin. But so many of you guys have messaged me and commented on how good Logan's skin is looking nowadays. It has just improved and continues to improve. So this is something that he has been incorporating in his routine for I think at least over a month now, and he does it twice a week. It is supposed to be used 1 to 2 times a week, so I do think it's something that it is a bit easier to stay a bit more consistent with, because you don't have to use it like every single day or every other day. On dry cleansed skin, you use this for 5 minutes, and it's actually really easy because it actually guides you through the whole process, and after it's been a minute, it'll tell you it's been a minute, 1 minute has, it's been 2 minutes, so you can move on to each part of your face. And as you heard, she said level 1, and you can actually level 2 up to level 5, which I have never used level 5 before, because even on level 1 and 2, where my pores are prominent, so usually around my nose, it does definitely tingle a little bit. So at the start, it's kind of like intimidating. You're like, ooh, but it does like feel like it's working. There she goes. So I was using this in conjunction with my LED mask before I left on my trip last year, and my skin was looking just so good. Since being back, I have been lazy and haven't been as consistent with it, but I actually have been experimenting just using it on one side of my face, like my left side, to see if there really is a big difference between the two. All in all, beauty devices are definitely something that are a true investment of your time, your energy, and your money. I have been incredibly lucky to be able to have access to these devices and test them out myself. But if you are thinking about buying a beauty device yourself, I definitely recommend thinking about what your main skin concerns brands are and how much time you can actually invest into them. If your skin texture and pores are a main concern and you don't have a lot of time to invest in it, the microneedling device is definitely the one to go for. If you want to tone and sculpt your face and kind of want more of a lift, the microcurrent one is probably the one to go for. And lastly, if you are somewhat lazy like me and don't want to sit there and hold the beauty device to your face and have to kind of move it around and such, the LED mask is definitely super easy to pop on and you can go about your day, and it does have multiple skin benefits, so that is definitely a great all-rounder. So the next topic I wanted to talk about investing in is actually sunscreen. Literally the #1 product you should be investing in, because if you do not wear sunscreen, if you are not protecting your skin from the damage it could receive, there is no point of all of the other skincare products that you are investing in spending your time and money on. There just is no point. I am not gonna lie, I am starting to kind of get over the oversaturation of sunscreen products on the market. I feel like after the whole like sunscreen controversy died down, but then since then I feel like literally every brand is releasing multiple types of sunscreens and I just can't really keep up. There are just so many that I won't ever be able to try them all. Doesn't mean I'm not going to try my best to try them for, you know, content's sake, but I am definitely starting to narrow down the type of sunscreen formula that I prefer, that my skin prefers, and that I willingly and wantingly wear every day. So to all of you watching this video, this year's goal is to find that sunscreen that you want to wear every day. That's the goal. That's the goal that we all collectively on this channel are going to achieve. Okay. And finally, the last thing that I will be investing in for my skin this year is time. This is a lot easier said than done. It seems like the human race as a whole's catchphrase these days is like, I don't have time for that. And I am totally guilty of this too. But if we have 10 minutes to scroll through Instagram or TikTok, we have 10 minutes to do our skincare routine. I want my skincare routine to be a ritual, a way to reset and start on a new day with a fresh mindset, or a way to wind down and relax to enjoy the rest of my evening. I do think I have gotten to a point already where if I don't do my skincare routine, it throws my mood off, it throws my whole routine off. I can't function without doing my skincare routine. So whether that's to an unhealthy level, probably, but I have gotten to a point where it is just a part of my everyday life, and it really does help for me to spend time doing my skincare routine. And in the end, it is literally the same as taking a shower or brushing your teeth. It is taking care of yourself and your personal hygiene, which we all need to do no matter what gender, no matter what age, etc. I really do just want to make sure I have enough time every day to kind of do my skincare ritual, and I would love for you guys to consider that too. Please let me know in a comment what you will be investing in this year. It can have to do with skincare, or it doesn't even have to do with skincare. I'm kind of just curious to what you guys' focus is this year. If you're interested, I have selected 2 other videos for you guys to check out on my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah!